What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, AP Waves. And if you guys didn't know, I got a rank 3 6-star Killmonger, right? And the purpose of this video is for y'all to put some respect on Killmonger's name, man. Like, quick little backstory, you guys know me, I love stories, so let me run through one real quick, right? Okay, so here's the thing. I did my first run of the Abyss, and I was wanting a Cosmic. I wanted Cosmic T5 Catalyst so bad. I had Surfer and Corvus, and I was debating on who I was going to take up, and I got Skill, and I was instantly disappointed because I was thinking, yo, there's nobody in the skill class that I have that I want to take up. But then if we rewind all the way to the second video that was ever on my channel, to my July 4th mega opening, speaking of, if y'all guys haven't watched that, go back and look, because sometimes I go back and watch it just to see how much I've came from there to now, right? We've already upgraded a little bit. I already got a little bit better at editing videos, but that's besides the point. I pulled a Killmonger, and out of the very next 6-star crystal, I pulled a Killmonger. So I pulled back-to-back Killmongers. At that time, I still had about 7 more crystals to open. I didn't care about getting that Killmonger. Moved past it. Fast forward back to about 3 weeks ago. I'm like, hold up, bruh. I got Killmonger. I could take this man to rank 3. So I did it. And then I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Didn't play with him that much. But then the stars aligned to the point where I could take this beefy dude, you know what I'm saying, to rank 3. So who do you normally bring when you're on a team when you're on a team with Omega Red? You bring Sabretooth, who works well with Sabretooth. Listen, it's easy. It's all laid out right in front of there. My two rank 3 6-stars can be on a team easy. So I'm gonna make the most of it. I've been taking them everywhere, and you know what I've been realizing? For the fights that I can't use Omega Red, and you know I use them for 80% of the fights. For the fights I can't use them, you know who I'm using? Killmonger. And you know who is melting this stuff down? Killmonger. Like, let you guys tell it. I'm not saying y'all who watch my videos directly. Let the community tell it. Killmonger got pillow hands, okay? And I'm here to tell you differently. Listen, listen. I'm not gonna take Killmonger into no long form content. Don't need to. But guess what? He gets the job done in Act 6. He gets the job done in variants. And this dude's utility is through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Like, he deals with evasion characters. He deals with all or nothing nodes. Okay, but let me be done talking, right? Let me be done talking, and let me take you guys through a couple fights that look at this. I'm making progress. If y'all don't see, real quick, I'm making progress. I don't know if I'm gonna have it done before Friday because work and stuff, but got chapter 1 done. And a big reason why I got a lot of that chapter 1 stuff done is because guys like Killmonger. So let me just build this team real quick. So boom, we start off with Omega Red. You guys have probably seen this team multiple times. You just go straight, bring Sabretooth in there, and we synergizing. Let's go. And you know who fits really well with that team? This guy who is recently buffed. Wow. He covers, like, the way that this team, I don't know what I'm going to title this video. I want it to be a Killmonger showcase. But when you start building up the team, they start covering so many different, aspects of the game that you may never know that you need it covered. I got heal blocking. I got evasion counters. I got robot shutdown. I got Omega Red, who's going to deal with everything. I got Sabretooth, who deals with masochism. You know what I mean? Like, we might not have a big variety of, different types like mutant and skill, but we can rock with this. When you get Magneto on the team, guess what? He could take care of those pesky tech champs that Omega Red struggles with, right? So let's see how we're gonna round it off. We really have so many different options here. Like you could throw Sunspot in there, you could throw Domino in there, but you know, I don't know. Let's throw Namor in there. Look at this. Namor gives everybody +5 attack and plus critical rating. So let's just rock with it. This is about Killmonger anyways. You know, to be honest, if I was in regular... Wait, is this the chapter I want to go? I don't think this is the chapter where I wanted to go. Yeah, let's go to see if the fight is in chapter 3. Because I hate when this does that. I was not on that chapter. I was over here. I don't want to do too much talking on it, but you know, that's easier said than done. I turned the camera on and I started. There we go. Let's just see how well. You know, because looking back on this, and even back when I went to do this the first time 100%, I was kind of like iffy about doing this, and then I bring this team and I just like, you know, deal with everything so easy. And then I say that and I'm gonna get on here and be trash. And then I run suicide, so Killmonger's gonna start off with almost 2 bars of power. Get that, and then we're just rolling. And he covers so much. He covers, like, look, now I have indestructible. And if I was good, I wouldn't get hit right there. But he just really saves you. I can tank SP 3s with this man. I can play around power gain. You know, I can play around stun immune with if I do SP1s. I really didn't show this man off too well on the first showcase because let me see if I can intercept. This might end it. Look at that. Look at that. Like, the only health that I'm losing really with Killmonger is off of suicides. You know, he's very sustainable. Now, this is the fight that I was like so afraid of. I'm like, how can I deal with this, right? I was gonna take Omega Red in because, you know, it's the cornered with the immunity. I'm like, it's Hyperion. I'm gonna get destroyed, and I one-shot him every time. Now watch, I'm recording, so I'm gonna get wrecked, you know. But if Hyperion like throws his specials, he might be in for easy time. I need to get to a SP2 and throw one off and feel a little better if he wants to get stingy with his SP his specials. Come on, man. See? And we're good. I love Killmonger, because even when you run into a Hyperion like this, who's gonna sit there and be stingy with his specials, you just tank it, bro. We need to, yeah, there we go. We need to get to another one before we get. Actually, I think we should be good. I mean, there we go. I love Killmonger. Like, if you guys are out there still sleep on Killmonger because he's not, okay, now we need to get to it. Now we need to get to it. There we go. And we're good. Yo, if y'all are still sleep on Killmonger, I know this isn't super in-game content, but it took me 38 hits to get this man down, right? Okay. Now let's just say you go, like, there's some of you guys out there who have 5-star Killmongers that you aren't ranking up because you got your Nick Furies, you got your Agons that you're saving for. Let's just go into content that is here. Let's just go, what was it, chapter 1, that was the skill. We'll take the same team in, and Killmonger has bleeds. Like, there's so many parts of this game where Killmonger just is not the best answer, right? Who would ever thought that Killmonger is the best answer for a Hyperion? Not me. I never even knew that that Killmonger would even be viable versus him, okay? but I was almost forced my hand with the way that this came about, and then I start realizing the greatness of Killmonger. Like I wasn't hip to Killmonger's abilities until I was, lucky enough, and at the time I'm thinking it's unlucky enough. I was lucky enough to get this man in back-to-back crystals. I'm telling you, when you're yeah, I understand. Like you're not hunting for Killmonger in a 6-star crystal, right? You're running your. I just messed up. You're running your God tier champions, and nobody really. Okay, let me say this: you want your beyond God tier champions, right? You're not looking for like God tier champions, and that's where I feel Killmonger's at. I feel like he is a solid God tier champion. He has these crazy, abilities that non-Killmonger players. I'm not even saying that I'm the best Killmonger. Oh man, I messed that up. Talking too much. Look at that. Just got hit, coming out with the mess up, and I take no damage. His SP2s are so underrated. His SP3s and long form content honestly give off heavy bleeds, and he's so sustainable. You could turn off suicides. You turn suicides off, yeah, it takes a little bit longer to get that to the SP2, but once you do, you're not gonna take any damage. Like you're just going to be able to sustain through. Like there's been times where I've used Killmonger through whole paths, and it was fine. Like and especially if you're good at, and I'm not even good at intercepting, and I just get through some of this stuff so easy. Like Killmonger has elevated my gameplay. He's elevated, the fact that I don't have to use as many potions, and he's not. When you think of Killmonger, you don't think of he's the most suicide friendly, but you get. Yeah, listen, there's certain times that if you mess up in a fight, that you're gonna take a lot more than 5% from one combo. You take a couple combos with Killmonger, and you got your SP2 indestructible up. I really don't think you guys need to see me do this whole path, but you see my point. Killmonger gets the job done. Killmonger gets the job done. So, do I regret? Let me conclude this video. Do I regret? Because I mean, you guys want to see me do more fights? I don't think so. But my point is, with going through this, is Killmonger can deal with nodes that you don't expect. Killmonger can deal with matchups you don't expect. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Killmonger is an afterthought in a synergy with Void. You know what I mean? But if there's any of you Omega Red players out there or Void players who bring Killmonger, please, just listen. Rank him up, right? And use him, and you will not be disappointed. I promise you. Okay? And I would give myself, I say I'm about halfway there of how he could be used. I don't even think I'm using him at his maximum potential, and I'm still getting ridiculous results out of him. Like, he is... I am so glad that I decided to take him up to rank 3. Honestly, I'm very lucky that I pulled him in back-to-back crystals, and some of the evasion counters, and I was like, oh cool, I got Killmonger, now I have an evasion counter. I promise you guys, he does a lot more than an evasion counter. He is an all or nothing counter if you can play aggressive enough to keep his charges up. If you're good at intercepting, you can deal with that. By no means am I the best Killmonger player, but guess what? He has helped me got to a lot of content that would have cost me a lot more revives if I was using somebody else. You know what I mean? His True Strike is reliable, and I haven't even brought up the Winter Soldier synergy, which I think I want to rank my Winter Soldier up, but the problem is here I have Spider-Man stealth suit and I have White Widow that I want to take up. But fun fact, Winter Soldier was the first ever 5-star that I got, so I feel like I just want to take him up just for nostalgia reasons. But I don't want to drag this video on too long. If there's any other fights that you guys want to see me use Killmonger in, let me know down in the comments. This was just almost like a spur of the moment video, so I really didn't have it planned out. I just wanted to show you how good of a counter Killmonger actually was to Hyperion, because I'm not gonna lie, when I came back to do that variant, I was a little bit scared. I'm like, man, Hyperion's just gonna be gaining power out of nowhere, and I just so happened to think yo, I'm gonna start with almost 2 bars of power anyways. I can race to a SP2 and be good. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I mean, if there's somebody out here who didn't know how good Hyperion is, or if there's even somebody who did know how good Hyperion is, I mean, Killmonger is against Hyperion, I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys because I'm sure some of you guys got Killmonger sitting on your bench and never thought twice to, you know, take that man up. But listen, if you're going to take my advice, take him up. You won't regret it. All right, peace.